There's power in a drum beat on a hill above the sea. Power in the voice of a supporter. But it all amounts to nothing. Together we don't sing. There's power when we're not OIC. And they go forever. Old town scenery. Valley and mountain, chaparral to the sea. And the colors of our rainbow, sunset, orange, Tory, green. There's power when we're not OIC. ST loyal forever. Someday North County. Desert to islands. Get loud now, you and me. All our voices strong together. On our team, there is power when we're not
What is up, San Diego? I am Drew Steck, back with you here on the Loyal Locals podcast 22.11, here in the middle of the month of May of 2022. I'm so excited today. It's a kind of, long time, no time, but with people that we are friends with, if you've been a long listener to this podcast. My almost ride or die co-host through the earlier version of this podcast, Mr. Steve, President Esteban. What's up, man? Good to have you.
Not much, man. Not much. Literally not much going on in Loyal Locals land. Right. We'll get to that. But yeah.
Yeah, rain check or whatever. But Aileen, our director of merch, who has also appeared on the show a number of times, but exciting to have her back to talk a couple merch items and a couple locals things as well. But it's fun to have you, Aileen. We'll get into all the stuff.
Nice to be back.
Great. It's going to be a fun show. So if you've been running with us for a long time, we are the Loyal Locals podcast. We are a podcast dedicated to the local supporters group here in San Diego for the San Diego Loyal Soccer Club. This last week, usually we recap a match. We look forward to the next week's match. We give you pertinent information about being in stadium. What were you guys doing Saturday? I don't know. I felt like there was a hole in our calendar somewhere. What happened?
Yeah. Actually, Saturday was actually my mom's 60th birthday. So we had a big 60th birthday party for my mom that I was totally planning on sneaking out of, Irish goodbye, head to the match, just make it in time. But the fact that there was no match, I got to stay and kind of hang out a little bit.
Gave you no
excuse. I was a little preoccupied, maybe a few extra tequila shots here and there. But, it worked out for me.
Nothing less. At that birthday party. I would expect nothing less at that birthday party.
Yeah, my family can party. Aileen knows.
The secret lost episode of this very podcast took place in that house with too much tequila, so you can experience it yourself through the eyes of the locals, or the ears, if you will. Yeah,
facts. But I was fully planning on leaving to head to the match, and unfortunately, the match was canceled. So.
Right. We got our Saturdays back. We didn't want them back, but they gave them back to us anyway. That sounds like the best scenario, though, Steve. That's like definitely like, hey, we had this highlight family event. I got to celebrate my mom's milestone birthday. For me, it was, hey, I had already boxed this time out. I don't know what to do with myself. I feel like I'm almost like something was wrong. I had to drive to Torero anyway to make it right. But Aileen, what were you doing?
Actually, I drove down to Merch Mansion. I had some time, so. Made my way down, checked out, got myself a new hat.
I saw your Crocs in the picture.
I know nothing about Rocket League, so
did not even attempt the controllers. Did not even approach.
I stared with a glassy look over my face at the TVs while people were doing things, and I said, "Okay, I don't know what this is about." And then I got lunch next door. Stopped by to see Chris and Corinne down the street, locals members, nice. and then stopped at H Mart on my way home.
That's a perfect afternoon.
It was a great Saturday. I mean, I would have rather been at a soccer match, but otherwise it worked out.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that seems to work out just fine. Just fine. Okay, well, usually, like Drew said, usually we go through a recap, but we don't have anything to recap. I do know that the Colorado Springs situation, very unfortunate. Colorado Springs is an incredible team. I have been, disclaimer on this whole episode, I've been out of town working for the past basically 3 weeks. So I'm a little behind on a lot of things. I know that, we used canceled and the league was trying to use postponed. I'm not sure where we are on that, honestly. Drew, I don't know if you're more up to date on that, if you want to touch on that for 30 seconds or not, but I hope
in terms
that it gets
of the reschedule versus forfeit.
Yeah,
I would say there's two thoughts of mine. Right.
Yeah.
I think that we want to play the best. You want to beat the best. You would like to have another home match. I think there's two schools of thought. One of which being forfeit. It's on them. It's their fault. They couldn't even. They have, I believe an academy or some extension of a player network. You could sign a player to play this match. From everything I knew, they were only a player too short. So there was that option. I know that the club had really kind of coaxed the league into really wanting to play this match because it's their only home match in May, and they really, sometimes you just need, matches to stay consistent in the community. It helps them. By not having a match, there's just residual lack of interest, if you will. So that's one of the things from the club's end that really you would just rather say, hey, give us the 3 points, give us the day, and possibly, I don't even know if there's an insurance that you could even claim and say, hey, we got a match missed, so that you could possibly get some money back through that means as well, that you're probably never going to recoup fully from a rescheduled match. From a fan expectation, you want to see a rescheduled match. We just want another match to go to. We want to get our full slate of matches. It's nice that they're offering a ticket deal regardless, which has been an amazing thing the club's done. So definitely reach out to your ticket rep and get some extra tickets for upcoming matches, which they're offering, which is a pretty fantastic way of rolling this forward and paying it forward to the fan base. Bring in somebody new who maybe, since you're doubling up, probably if you're a season ticket holder, if you're not, you can roll it on. But if you are a season ticket holder, bring in somebody new to 109 and have them experience this. So all in all, that could be a win for all of us. But there is kind of that side of like the gamesmanship, the just pure, let's save our players' bodies, give us 3 points. You guys are the ones who had the issue. We did a great job. We have, to this time, I think, never had barely a one or two throughout the middle of COVID with our players where we had issues, but our team has done a fantastic job at COVID protocols, I think, generally. So this just kind of highlights that again, that this is still an issue in most of the league, but like most people in San Diego, our club has really done a fantastic job at handling that. So that's where, for me, I would say I'm in the former. I would just kind of give me the points, but the fan in me, the 109 in me wants to be in the stands and give us this game against Colorado Springs, who looks to match us, and we love goals. And this game would have provided goals in whenever we do play them away for sure. Hopefully on July 4th, that would be a fantastic match. So that's the one thing I think we definitely missed out on.
Yeah, for sure. But kind of looking backwards a little bit still, Aileen, do you want to know any more information on how the merch mansion was on Saturday? I saw some players there. I saw from some pictures. Good kind of general hangout, or kind of what was the vibe?
Yeah, it was just a good hangout. I mean, I was there early in the day. I got there right after, right about 1:00. So I'm not sure if it got busier as the afternoon went on, but yeah, guys were out there playing. Saw some familiar faces. That was cool. People were doing some shopping. The store is well stocked with lots of fun stuff. So it looked good. I wish I could have stayed a little bit longer, but I had stuff to do on my open Saturday. But yeah, it was chill vibes. It seemed like a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And before
there was two different stations too. They had 2 different TVs, so there were different stations to play. So that was
dope.
Cool.
That's dope. That sounds like fun. A good time for sure.
Yeah.
Do we have any good locals gamers we can sponsor that we can get in there? I saw Miles Dyer was.
Yeah, Miles was playing when I was there. Yeah, I don't know who else. I'm sure there are.
I think you should have won the best shoes contest. For sure. Your Crocs, you and your Crocs.
My Crocs. They're head turners.
Yeah, for sure. Before we go on, just a shout out to last week, the host, Andy Dyer, Miles Dyer's father, Dylan and Chappie. Great job as always. And I continue to love this new kind of loyal locals format. Drew alluded to it a little bit at the beginning there, but the past, 2 seasons was kind of a smaller group. And I'm really loving this new kind of idea and format. So shouts to Drew and John for kind of fostering this idea and keeping it going. It's a lot of work to do this every week, but you guys are killing it. So while the shout outs are going out, shouts to Drew, shouts to Mr. John Cross for keeping this going week in, week out. Okay, so new items, what's coming up this week. So our GVFC, we'll get to the preview a little bit in the lounge, but an update on something that we had been looking forward to. We had been kind of getting some wishy-washy information throughout the season. At the beginning of the season, I'm of course alluding to LA Galaxy 2 at LA Galaxy 2 Memorial Day weekend, Saturday, May 28th, so about 2 weeks from now. We had at the beginning of the season, we were told that LA Galaxy 2 would have fans, and we would be able to bus up, and things would be great. And then Jason, our director of events, has kind of stayed in tune with how things have been going and touching base with West End at the club and LA Galaxy reps. And then you've been hearing no fans, no fans. Well, we just heard formally this past week that there'll be no fans allowed. I don't know why. I haven't heard why.
They're afraid of us.
I think
They're afraid.
That's pretty much it. I think that
we had a really good showing last year.
We took over last time. Yeah, that would be my first thought is we kind of took over last time. And the fact that we really got tickets, 1 week out. And if we were to get tickets 2 weeks out and was able to organize a bus, I think that it would be pretty lopsided. It'd be almost basically a home support. So I think my theory is that they saw that and said, nah, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to give that to them. So no fans on the 28th. No games to attend in May, unfortunately. So it's a full month matchless, and it's tough. It's tough. I mean, we had such a big match or slate of matches at the beginning of the season, and then we have a big break. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, it's insane, it's crazy, and then all of a sudden this big break, and I find myself wanting that crazy back, right? I mean, it's almost insane to say, but it's true. We live for this.
It's kind of like driving to any of these road trips, right? You get out of San Diego, and sometimes there's just a desert right in between you and the next thing. That's kind of what the schedule feels like. It's like a lot of city, boom, and then you get to the end of Alpine, and then there's nothing for 500. There's just desert, right, and desert towns. So that's kind of what it feels like here. I think we're in that space, and we'll get back to normality here soon. But it is weird that just like everybody's afraid of us. Colorado Springs, oh no, our toes are hurt, we can't come. We have COVID, I don't know. And then it's shout out Jason as well in our Discord. He called it in Philly, I've heard of this as well, they call it the Philly flu, where teams just for some reason away fans can't get tickets because they have such a reputation for being so hostile as fans that people just don't invite that into their space. And I guess during US Open Cup we may have lost that game, but we did win the war in the sense of they are still afraid of us coming in there because we just put up such a good showing there, I think. And they were just scared if they didn't have it in the big stadium, what would happen. So I take it as a sign of respect, but at the same time I'm also glad that this culture clash will end next season when LA Galaxy 2 leaves our league and goes to MLS Next, like they probably should be. Even though they're a very talented roster, they probably should be in a league that suits an academy development squad and not people trying to build culture like we're trying to do here. So I think there is definitely still that kind of culture clash a little bit.
And it'll just be good to know what to expect, right? Every team that's close will be able to bus or travel to. We're not going to have to worry about fans, no fans, Jason's been kind of on top of this all year, and it would just be nice to be able to know what we're getting ourselves into once the season or once the schedule comes out. So
yeah, and most of our opponents are great. Like I'd say 90% are great. It's just really weird when you have these teams that are just don't play by the rules as everybody else because financially they don't have to. And so that's really how this works. But it'll be fun, I think, next year and moving forward to have teams who have very similar expectations, even teams like Monterey that are growing, and being able to kind of visit spaces that other fans have tried to create a culture similar to ours, but unique to their own place. And that's what I love about traveling anyway. So, LA Galaxy fans have done a great job of hosting us. That is no knock on them, but their club itself has just left a lot to be desired here as away fans, where it's like they just haven't given us much. So thank you. Shout out Ride Squad. Shout out everybody who's done a fantastic job at hosting us in the past. Just a lot of love, definitely, from you guys. And it's not lost on us, but we'll do what we do, which is have a party here. I believe at Home and Away is where that will be on the 28th. So if you want to join us, we'll be there. And I think the club has a thing at Ale Tales as well that they'll be kind of rolling out. So those are things to look for if you do want to join us for that match here in the county.
Right on. Well, let's break this up a little bit. We'll get to a little bit more events, but right now let's talk about some more merch. Aileen, you mentioned some merch at the Merch Mansion, but I think we have some merch information as well. Drew, do you want to touch on this now, or is this for the lounge? I might be missing that.
Let's do this now. Let's do it, man.
This is on you. You and Aileen. This is your guys' platform.
Drew, you want to take it
Aileen?
away?
Aileen, let's talk on the club. They release some things just to kind of give people. We usually try and touch on that on this show, just kind of what's happening with our club, things you might want to buy, and give you that little bug in your. The hat you're wearing is pretty fantastic, Aileen. Yeah, I have not been down to the shop since they released it, and I will buy one instantly upon sight.
It's a snapback, so that's kind of nice.
It's a good material too. It's like a canvas material.
It's a nice hat. This is nice. Thick raised embroidery on the front, so I like it. It's a good look. I was telling I was telling some people before that this hat gives me throwback University of Hawaii vibes, which I am into. So I couldn't say no. I don't need more hats. I have another hat.
Can wear that in Aloha Stadium or Torero Stadium. Both apply. Love it.
Aloha Stadium, which I think is going to be torn down at some point soon. But regardless, yeah, I love this hat. So very much into it. I think right now it's only available in the store, and then I think eventually they'll throw them online. But I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think for a limited time it's only available in the store.
Yeah, there's some cool T-shirts too. One that says "I wish you were beer," and it looks like a San Diego surf shirt. It's kind of that faded blue green.
It's on that it's on that color. What is I can't remember what the T-shirt blank is called, but the Comfort Colors. It's on one of those shirts. Right. So they're nice and soft, but they're still thick.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's got our crest, but instead of being exactly the same shape, it looks like a beer can, and it's just a uniform color. I think orange and teal and. That Tory kind of ish look, but the lighter color. It looks really nice. I think it's just a fun shirt that you could easily wear at the beach, wear to a cookout, and it's going to be a summer favorite for sure. So there's that. There's another shirt that's kind of surf looking, and that's what the club's offering. So if you do stop by Merch Mansion, know that we have your hookup here. I'm sporting some Paul Naku originals. Myself as well, just for your other merch hookup. He's always in the Discord, so if you're looking for some fun Fiends gear, he's got.
He just made me a sweet bucket hat, so I'm stoked to get that too. Yeah, again, because I needed more hats in my life. Yeah. But, I don't have enough bucket hats, so yeah.
Just a note on the beer shirt though. Just a note on the beer shirt. There's only 3 of them allowed in Torero Stadium at any time. So
you have to wear a wristband for each. Otherwise,
the first 3
counts as one of your. Yeah, they're like they see the beer, they take it away. Your wristband goes. So I would be remiss if I did not shout out our guy who's been doing such a great job there as creating community merch and just bringing it to the people. So shout out Paul, and there's way more to come there as well, but. One of the things that we want to bring up is local stuff. We have some locals merch coming out here tonight. We are going to announce it as well as just kind of throughout the next week or so be promoting this and really giving you some vision to it. So on our website, you can go now on the bazaar, on the shop. We have what we're calling the All Are Welcome tee, designed by Travis Peterson, along with his sister Nicole Peterson. A pretty cool sibling duo partnership on this t-shirt to really kind of bring inclusivity to a next level and really have bum flying the flag for everybody. I think that's a pretty awesome symbolic gesture. It's got a scarf with a heart in the middle of it. Just beautiful little details here on this t-shirt. We have it in white and we have it in yellow, and it's just something that we really feel like is strongly speaking to our values and something that we're going to do more of as we go on. Partially why we're trying to roll this out now is if you're interested in Pride coming up in a couple months here in San Diego. We do it a little later than most. We're going to be celebrating that in August. So now is the time to get your order in and get your t-shirt maybe here in the next few weeks, possibly, maybe next month before everything really gets going here throughout the summer. So you can wear it all around to all of your different events. But that is something we're really excited to roll out here tonight is the All Are Welcome tee. Aileen.
I see Alicia's question about kid sizes. We can put it on a kid shirt. Right now it's only available in adults, so if you're looking at it right now in the shop, it'll just show the adult sizes, extra small through 3XL, I believe. But yeah, we can put it on a kid's toddler, kids. We'll figure it out. We'll get it up this week.
Right. Yeah. Right now it's a unisex tee. It's that general tee size where for adults it hits, and as we find people, as you request for Aileen and I, luckily this is one that's pretty easy to size up and down to different spaces. So it is being produced by our third-party partners that help us print and ship to you. So it is one of those things where, again, it just takes a little more lead time than if one of us was packaging and just sending within the county, which usually is only sometimes, a few days depending on when you put the order in. Is because Aileen and Steve do a pretty freaking great job sometimes, I will say, at really staying on top of. But every once in a while it is volunteer as well. So we also have space here and there, but this is nice because it's a company that can really help us expand that. So if you do have something you would like us to put this on, it makes it a little easier in that sense. And we're just really excited to roll out this design. It's something where, again, I think it speaks to just continuing to be all inclusive. It's our values as a group, and something we'd like to do more of is speaking our values outwardly. This year has been really difficult to have certain people assert values on us that we think are not fair or probably not what we share as a collective. And so what we want to do more is just make sure that we wear that outwardly, and it's something that we espouse as much as we can, because it's something that we strongly believe in, and I think we fly the flag for pretty loudly. So here you can wear it in a really, really cool t-shirt that kind of benefit the group that's looking to create a space that's just always inclusive for everybody. And I'm very excited. And we did say earlier we've got a lot of t-shirts, but I'm gonna have to get this one too, just because it's pretty cute, and Bum looks pretty great flying that flag. So in yellow or white here, and then again, whatever suggestions you guys throw out to us, we can always kind of expand this too. But we're pretty excited about this, and more stuff coming down the line as well. So locals merch announcement. There you go.
Do we want to talk about the rest, or you want to save the rest for the lounge?
There is one other thing, which
let's just get it. Let's get it. We're gonna blow the timeline. Sorry here,
I'm
but
we're gonna go for it because that T-shirt is fire. But we're starting a process that is going to result in what's hanging behind me here. There's a number of different shirts and kits, including last year's locals kit back here, and we're going to roll out in the next few weeks here a design contest for you to design the next locals kit. So if you are somebody within our group who would like to submit a design, you have an idea, whether it's on a napkin or something, we'll try and keep working with you to upscale your design maybe through the rounds here. We'll have a few rounds and kind of give more details exactly how the contest will work. But what I want to do is just kind of put in your brain a little anchor weight here and say we are excited to roll out a locals kit design contest here in the next few weeks, and so that is something to look forward to. And just keep your eyes, kind of peeled for different inspirations. If you haven't already kind of dug one up in your head and maybe thought last year, hey, that looks cool. I love the Raza, the Charlie Brown look. But this thing, I've got a great idea that I think it's going to hit. That's what we're looking for. So let us know. And again, that'll be coming through the Discord, through all of our different channels here in the next few weeks. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. I don't know. Pretty exciting. Steve, you helped kind of put this one together kind of under a very compressed timeline last year. We found out we could print them, and you did a fantastic job with Corbin kind of working on that design in a few weeks. So this will be fun to see what everybody comes up with. Corbin obviously can submit. You can submit. Anybody can submit.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I've never ever done anything like this before. And it was a good time. I mean, I was just rubbing ideas, Aileen, I was throwing ideas your way, Travis, Corbin, everybody was kind of like just bouncing ideas off of everybody. And, hey, this doesn't work. That works. Maybe a little lighter, maybe a little darker. And, through like a really fun, like small community effort, it kind of came together, but I'm super excited to kind of open this up and just say, let's see what y'all got. Cause I think there's a lot of good creative people in this group. I mean, Jerry, I see you on here. I think that you could do some killer shit. And I think that, we could really have a good group to vote on. I'm super excited. I might dabble. I might see what I come up with, but really the scarf design or the design from last time came from the scarf design that Travis did for the 21. I kind of just took that background and played around with it a little bit until I we came up with something that really popped. And kind of said, wow, this is it. When you took a step back and you just kind of looked at it, you go, wow, that's great. So I'm super excited to see what the community comes up with and what we can do, because I think it's going to be amazing.
Here's my take is, do you want to design the next loyal kit? Because if you want to design the kit,
who knows? Maybe our 2022
like
locals kit will inspire a new loyal kit.
Yeah, maybe, because the first one definitely had some similarities. I love you, club. You know what you did.
That's awesome.
They've even admitted as such that it was pretty similar when they first started and tried to create something that was unique, and they did a great job. But at the same time, the similarities are there. So I will say, it's your chance to be able to put something out into the universe and obviously have people wear it on their chest proudly. It was the most successful piece of merch I think we've ever done. we're just chomping at the bit to put another one on you.
For sure.
And wear that locals kit, which means something different to have a supporters kit than just a club kit, and have that supporters crest on your chest. So I'm pretty excited to be able to open this up, and as we've done with this podcast, bring in just different voices, different visions, and give different ideas. So
one of the things that was really important to me about the locals kit, which I mentioned in one of our recent leadership meetings, was just, when we were going through all that turmoil, recent past months, going to matches, wearing my locals kit felt important to me, to wear that, just to be independent and to wear that over, my team kit. I just meant something extra to me. So I think it's important for us to have these available to us.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. There was times that, I didn't feel as connected to the club, but I felt super connected to this group. And that was kind of my way of showing that. So I couldn't agree more. Yeah. So I'm super excited about that.
We are a live show, so I'm going to call out my boy, previous, as I said, ride or die co-host with Steve and I, Jerry, who may be a future submitter of the locals kit. We'll see. Asking what I'm wearing, and we did shout this out during the merch corner, but this is a Paul Naku SD Banger shirt. One of, I don't know, 6 or 10. I don't know, but pretty cool shirt, tie-dye. He's getting into all sorts of stuff, so hit him up.
That guy's crazy.
He will deliver for you. And maybe, who knows? Maybe you could collab with, maybe a Jerry Paul collab could be our jersey collab.
Oh no!
Oh, that sounds like hot fire. Just
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's it. Who knows? But anyone can submit. It can be you, a friend, a collective, however you guys want to do it. So we'll have more rules coming on that. But generally, the idea is design a shirt, design a kit, front and back, sleeves. What do you want to put on that? And we'll put it up to a vote of our group, of our members. So pretty exciting in that sense that you get to choose, you get to involve yourself. And I think the actual date we should getting those in your hands is somewhere in late July or kind of mid-August is what we're looking at right now. So that's the time frame for the wrap up of the contest and then the eventual purchase and shipping and all that. Great stuff. Exciting. Kits. Yeah.
Oh, Jerry, you're always pulling my chain. All right, so let's move right on. Few events coming up. Saturday, June 5th, 2022. SEO meet and greet down at Chula Vista. I think it's a pretty cool event that they're hosting. Pretty good perk for season ticket members only. So check your emails, RSVP. I know I'll be there as long as I'm in town. My work, like I mentioned, my work schedule is pretty up in the air right now, weekends, overtime, etc. So if I can be there, I will be there. But I think it's a really cool thing. One thing that really helped last season was when they did the player signing thing last year at the end of the year. But doing that kind of in the middle of the season is a really cool idea to help, fans and supporters connect to the team, kind of one-on-one. And then we go out of the stands and cheer for them, and there's a little bit more personal connection. So I think that's a really, really rad event that they're doing. Next big away trip we're planning is the away trip to Colorado Springs. Drew is already talking about this, July 4th weekend. Colorado Springs is about 1 hour south of Denver. It's a Monday, July 4th, 7 p.m. Tickets are $30. Hotel, there's some hotel information, no discount, but full details in Discord. Jason's been working super hard this season on all away trips, all watch parties, etc. So that's a big one. I myself, I'm going to try to make it again. My life is just pretty in flux right now, but I did not make New Mexico, and I had a strong desire to make New Mexico. So I'm very much going to try to make Colorado Springs happen. Anything else? Let's see what's next.
Colorado Springs, it's a holiday weekend, so it is one of those things where just you have to book your hotel here in the next week or two, probably, if you really want a place to stay. Just that's what we've been told. That's partially why there's no discount. Everywhere else has been fantastic about that, but being the home of the United States Air Force Academy as well as Space Force, Colorado Springs is actually, and yes, that's a real government department that exists. It has employees and families that like to celebrate the Independence Day for our country. Unfortunately, it leads to a lot of hotel rooms being booked up in the Colorado Springs area over that weekend. So that is definitely something where next week or two you're definitely going to want to reach out and book that up if that's something you're interested in. And again, here we'll have a great July 4th celebration for all of us here, but it is one of those things where just being what it is. It's a interesting market, but a beautiful, beautiful place to celebrate July 4th if you're able to make it out. I know Steve's talked about it several times as one of the places he loves to go. And obviously, if you were not expecting a child at some point this year, it would probably be a little bit easier of a journey. And
but now's my time, right? Once the baby comes.
Maybe. Exactly.
Yeah.
Once the baby comes. Once you're playing, man defense at that point, it's going to be a little more different.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's just touch a little bit on the upcoming match here in just a few days. Saturday, May 21st, RGVFC Toros in Rio Grande Valley in East Texas, or West Texas, I'm sorry. Kickoff 5:30 Pacific time. Rio Grande is not doing so hot this year. They're 11th with 12 points in 10 games. We have 20 points in 10 games. So, the expectations going into this, I'd say are pretty high. We should be taking points from this match as long as, they can play the last 10 minutes-ish without issue. But that's yet to be seen. ESPN Plus, as always, watch party home and away, I believe. that's the plan. Again, check Discord, check your emails, that kind of stuff. Nicole, everybody's been doing a phenomenal job in leadership this year. I couldn't say enough good things. But everybody's, communication has been outstanding. So check your emails, check Discord, etc. So that's really all I have for this episode. Like I said, we kind of blew time a little bit here, but I don't have much else. Anything else, Drew? What am I missing from this rundown here?
No, it's going to be hot as it usually is in Rio Grande Valley. So that's one of the things our team will see. It's that kind of, it's not the heat, it's the humidity that kills you, but some ways it's the heat. So it is a place that's even sub here in the United States. So it is one of those interesting places where it actually is, below us in terms of the equator. So it'll be a very interesting match to see play out. They are just a team that, again, likes to run it out a lot and stretch you out with that heat and is used to it. So I'm excited, but at the same time, come join us, I believe, at home and away this weekend again. Or anywhere that locals can be found and throw the game on. We've had some success at various local venues here in the last few weeks, so more to come on that. But I'm excited to actually watch a game that our team plays in this weekend. They got a cool thing with the Coast Guard that was kind of fun to see them play with the Coast Guard today on social media. It's nice that they're able to do that maybe with maybe an off day here that maybe it was pre-planned a few weeks ago or something, but nice to see that they're getting involved in the community, but I would like to see them on the field. That'll be great.
Yeah, well, that's it for us. So we're going to stick around and have some fun in the Loyal Locals Lounge. So that's all I have. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching and or listening on your podcatcher. We'll see you when we see you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Thanks, guys.